meantime. So the session is going to be recorded for sure, as it's a lesson learned webinar. So Tamer, I'm going to give a quick introduction about my company, Ontime Training and Consultancy, and about myself. Then I will request you to do the same for yourself, and then we will formally begin with the session agenda. So Assalamu alaikum everyone, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on the region you are at right now. I am very grateful to all of you that you have taken out some time to attend us live in this webinar. Of course, this matters a lot to us. This session, this webinar event is particularly with with a specific agenda where we are going to discuss with Tamer AlQutub. He has recently passed his PfMP exam with us, and he is going to share his experiences, his journey, his way of learning, material, everything that you want to know about this journey. He's going to share that. So first of all, I'm going to quickly start with the introduction of myself and my company. So I represent my company, Ontime Training and Consultancy Services. Ontime Training is a professional training and consultancy setup. We are mainly in the project, program, and portfolio management and governance domain areas. We primarily are an advocate and supporter of PMI practices in the project, program, and portfolio management and governance domains. Recently, we have become an authorized trainer organization, which means an ATO with P3GQA as well, which is a global body, UK-based global body for project, program, and portfolio governance domain. So we are in P3G and P3M both. With respect to different professional trainings that we offer Triple P certifications by PMI, which means PMP, PgMP, PfMP, the mentoring, training, coaching, exam preparation, getting you ready for your project, program, and portfolio management career level. We offer that. We are also into risk management. We are also into agile. We are also into different specializations like scheduling professional, cost professional, etc. If you are interested in that. Apart from that, we are also into consultancy, project, program, and portfolio related consultancy, which means that we provide help to the organizations in setting up their best practices for project and program management. We also provide help to different organizations, especially startups and new ventures, in setting up their PMOs, PMO-based processes, standardization. We also help individuals in getting ready for their project, program, or portfolio management careers, scheduling, and helping them in their interview preparation. So if you need any such services, feel free to reach out to us. I'm going to share my communication channels in the chat area during the conversation with Tamer. Regarding myself, I am based in Pakistan, Karachi to be specific. I have an experience or a professional journey of around 17 to 18 years. I started off in the software engineering domain, and then I gradually progressed in my career towards the project management and program management and head of the department roles. So I have been in the training and coaching and mentoring domain for the past 3 years, and formally I have launched my own venture with the name of Ontime Training and Consultancy Services. And for the past 2 years, I have been working full time as the owner and lead trainer in that setup. Apart from my software engineering and technical expertise, of course, I'm very much experienced in the project, program, and portfolio management and governance related areas as well. On the certification ground, I have Triple P certification by PMI. I have RMP. I have PSM. I have P3GP, which is like project, program, and portfolio governance professional by P3GQA. I am an authorized trainer for PMP, CAPM, and P3GP certification. So these are all my different credentials, and I offer the support and mentoring for all these credentials. Other than that, I would offer different kind of customized courses like my Microsoft Project, Jira, or like just applying the project management in the practical world. These kind of courses I also offer as per the customized needs of our customer. On the education ground, I have a bachelor's degree in computer engineering, and I have a master's degree in project management. And what else do you want to know about me? If you want to know any further areas about me, then that can be discussed later on. Okay, so let's move to Tamer, because he is going to be our guest, VIP guest. Actually, he is very busy person, and I'm very grateful, Tamer, that you have taken out this 1 hour for us for this conversation and to share your experiences with us. I'm very grateful for that. So can you quickly introduce, and then we will take the conversation further from that point.
So let me start that. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good evening, good morning. So I guess maybe we are having some audience, so they are from different area of the world. My name is Tamer AlQutub. I am, you can say that I am a BMB since 2009. And I have been in this project management industry since 2008. So, and if you can consider that almost maybe more than 14 years. So this started with during the implementation of one of the ERP from one of the listed companies in Kuwait. And this is what you can consider that it started my life on the project management. I am also MBA, Master of Business Administration from Maastricht, the Netherlands. Also, Alhamdulillah, that I am PgMP, and with the Tooba, I am the PfMP. So you can consider that myself that I am obsessing the elite certificate from the PMI. Currently, I'm working how to integrate the skills because I'm from the IT industries. So I'm in the healthcare industry. So how we are related, the IT with the AI, with the artificial intelligence and the machine learnings. And what you can consider that to be as a PMI, that's mean also to be on the artificial intelligence and to be as a project manager, you should have many skills. That mean you should have like managerial skills, you should have a technical skill, and also especially business acumen skill. So to go into technical skills and business acumen skills. I played many parts from managing, whether they are technicals or implementations. I used to be as implementers. I'm always seeking a knowledge. So there is a saying that you have to seek a knowledge from the cradle to grave. So you have to always be learning. And since also we are living in the dynamic world that every day, especially that we are in the IT, that mean every day there is a new invention. Frankly speaking, when I start my career, I used to be as a database administration. So, but the moment in 2011, I remember that in 2000, I attend one seminars when the cloud is coming into the life. So I decided what is happening. I decided to change or to shift my career to mainly into the consultancy or the project management or the programmings. And that's all what I can tell you, that currently I am in the healthcare industry, and maybe on the futures, I'm not deciding yet what I have to do. So maybe I will be in the global alliances, or maybe I will apply for the PhD on on the project management or
this
in the IT.
This is what Ahmed has convinced you with. Go for your PhD, because he is doing his PhD.
Yes, Ahmed. Yes, yes.
He's into a lot of things. Okay, so moving. Thank you for your introduction, Tamer. And of course, I know you have a lot to share about yourself, because you have around 20 to 22 years of experience in the in different industries, actually, in the Kuwait region. So of course, we are going to talk about that in the session. So that brings my first question, Tamer, that you already are implementing your knowledge, your experiences in the IT and healthcare industry, and you already have been working in good organizations. So what actually motivated you to go for this certification? Like, why PfMP? Because this is like the first question when a potential lead comes to us, they ask, or when they are not fully convinced that they should be going for PfMP or PgMP or maybe some other P3O or maybe some other certification. So this is the first question they ask: why PfMP? Why not maybe PSP, or why not maybe P3O?
Okay, so answering these questions. So why PfMP? Why PgMP? See, it's for my personal perspectives. As I told you, that since I got my certificate in PMP in 2009, and during that time, I was focusing on my careers, developing my careers. So I had a chance to teach the PMP classes here in Kuwait for one of the elite universities, private universities in Kuwait. So the moment I teach and I see that that's me, I am capable. So what is happening? I take the extra challenge to go with the PgMP and then the PfMP. To answer these questions, why I take these questions, let's say that BMP and BGMP, they have a start and end date. So you're doing your work in the right manners. But PfMP, if you take it from the triangle perspectives, first of all, the company starting from the vision, then the mission, then what the portfolios. So you can help the board of directors and you can help the owners that to think how they are perceive the business. You are doing work right. So and also my major in the MBA in Netherlands, it was general and strategic management. So it was easy for me to integrate my knowledge in the strategic management with the PfMP. PfMP, I can say that between two quotes, it's mainly strategic. So you have to think like an Oran. You have to think like how you can add value to the organization. يعني all of this why I decided to take into this. And since I got most of the difficult certificate in PMI, they are the PGMP and the PfMP. And since I reached to the level that I got my PGMP, which they consider it, if you Google it, they consider it as one of the toughest certificate. So I told myself, why don't I end 2023 with another star? So that's why I take the challenge and I contacted you and I told you that I need to have this one.
Yeah, because when you are into PfMP or portfolio management mindset, you are actually thinking like an organizational leader, right? You are thinking from a business perspective rather like from a more tactical or executional perspective. So yeah, this is the right way of thinking or the right reason to go with the PfMP. So my next question in this regard is, you are, mashallah, PMP certified and PGMP certified and PfMP, and this combination in itself, which is termed as Triple P certified by PMI. There are, I think, as per my best knowledge, there are not more than 200 to 250 people around the globe with this Triple P a set of credentials. So what what benefits you are seeing being like Triple P certified, not only PfMP but Triple P? Because this is a very common question by many students, like because they get to, like, influenced by the people who are Triple P certified, and they ask me this question that, Tooba, after PMP, shall I go for PGMP necessarily and then PfMP? Because this is how the ladder should be crossed, or this is how the pattern normally is with most of the professionals. So what do you say in that regard? Like people can go directly for PfMP as well, or why did you not go with PfMP directly after your PMP?
Okay, so answering this question for you, that let me start from the beginning. If you go to the PMI registry, I'm saying about Kuwait. See, PMP, there is almost maybe 3,200 people who has a PMP right now, as of today. But PgMP, it's almost maybe 30. PfMP, it's almost maybe I was number 6. So you can consider that until now is nothing. What my personal view regarding to go with the PfMP or PgMP. See, until you are Olympic champions, you can jump. But see, for me, take it step by step. Many people, they asking me, Tamer, shall I go with, as I told you that I am always a teacher, so I'm always a mentor for the PMP and other, and maybe recently I conduct like risk management. You know that because I talk your opinion about this. So many people, they asking me that, Tamer, where I have to start on my PMI journey. So I told them it depends on you about your work, whether you are working on the construction company or you're working in the healthcare, in pharmacy or in anything. But it depends. If you are working on the IT, start with the agile, then starting with the PMP. Then you go with the other elite certificate. If you're working on the financial institutions, so you go with the business analysis. But in my personal view, everybody they have to start with the PMP first, because PMP it gives you the knowledge in all area. Recently, when I conducted the risk management institute, we have a pictures with a lot of puzzles. Risk management, it give you only one piece of puzzles. PMP, there is 10 knowledge area. 10 knowledge area, that means you have a 10 piece of puzzles. So they are all integrated. To have this logic, the integration logics, you should attend the PMP certification, and you have to take it into consideration to pass. To attending the certificate training, it's easy, but to take it holistically and to study and to prepare for the exam, this is the fruit. This is the understanding about how you will be achieved.
Because
this is my opinion.
there are many.
I hope I cover every pictures.
Yeah, you have, and PMP itself, like project management, not just like if we do not talk about any credentials, like the project management itself, it talks about like a breadth of knowledge, right? And that breadth of knowledge is very much needed to understand the broader perspective at a program level, and then to the portfolio or the departmental level, and then to the organizational level. Until and unless you have that much extensive experience in the industry, that you already understand all of that without going into a particular standardization or best practices understanding. In that case, maybe yes or no. But in case of like a journal person, like maybe 8 out of 10 people, I would also like recommend the same, that go step by step, go climb the ladder step by step, and do not jump the ladder, because in that case you probably would be ending up missing some stuff that was pretty much needed before moving to the next ladder. So yeah, I totally agree with you. So, and that was the exact reason why I also followed the same path. Although I had a lot of experience in these domains, but I did not miss any of these certifications in the middle for the same reason, so that I have the holistic view from the different angles. Okay, so the most interesting question for the people, like for most of the people sitting in the audience, like how much time did you actually spend to prepare for your exam? Because there are going to be some students in the participant section who are actively preparing for their PfMP exam, and they probably would like to know like how many hours you have spent per week, or maybe overall, or what do you suggest, like how their study schedule should be looking like.
Okay, so let me say the story on from the beginning. Let's see. After I finished my PgMP, so I finished my PgMP, I guess maybe on March. So I was hoping to have a step ahead, and to have the PfMP, since I have already the knowledge and everything it was in my mind. So frankly speaking, I download the materials. I downloaded also the standards. I read the standard. It was during Ramadan time. I read the standard. Frankly speaking, I did not understand anything because it was tricky. And sorry to say that. So, and then I checked the applications. And it was also real tricky. Even you can find a lot of resources in the internet. So luckily, I guess maybe on in the last 10 days of Ramadan, Ahmed Rumia, he passed the PfMP exam. So I contacted him. That time I did not know him personally, so I started contacting him. I told him, "How did you pass? How did you take it? How you whatever?" Then luckily he gave me your contact, and I guess maybe I started contacting you in the beginning. So I told you that because I was shifting my career from joining another organization, so I put it on hold. But the journey started from, I guess, maybe end of August. Remember, it was an end of August. And how many hours? Let's see. For me, I am the early morning person. I like to study in the early morning. So because since I am married, I have commitment, and my kids, they are still one 6 years old and one 4 years old. So imagine that how is the house it will be. So there is no and 4:30 to start open and start reading and read your articles. And sometimes also I'm reading, I'm listening to your reviews. Remember that my advice for the people who's listening regarding for the audio which Tooba they provide, always keep on listening. Remember when I told you that I download them on my iPhone. Remembers, and whatever I'm going to work, I listen to them. When I'm going to the gym, also I listen to them. So, unless before the exam, so you have to keep your mind engaging with the knowledge and with everything. So this is how I prepare, and also I use your mock exams, your keynotes, your process that we call that the ITTO sheet, which you have to memorize, and also I print them in the A0 files. I put in, so always you see the moment you practice, the more you practice, the more you read, the memories it will start enhancing, and it will keep in your core memories. And becoming
So how
switching
many
about
hours
neurological.
would you normally suggest, like 100 hours in total, or maybe 15 hours per week? I mean, a tentative idea would help the
2
participants.
hours. See, in the beginning when you are studying, 2.5 hours is more than enough. But when you're starting 1 month before the exam, no, you have to increase the hour, maybe 4 hours. And 1 week before the exam, also you have to, because because you have to do like an exam cram, and you have to memorize you have to read the ITTO that every day, and you have to practice. The more you practice the exam, the more you'll have the connecting the dots with this thing. Because frankly speaking, I reached to the point that I guess maybe we'll talk about the experience on the exam maybe in the next questions.
Yeah,
But
we are going to talk about that. Yeah.
so, but as a brotherly advice, it's starting first of all to understand the knowledge with the video. You have to open the videos, you have to open the slides, and you have to make a notes. See, I am the person who's born in 80s, so we are convinced to use paper and pencil. So always use a paper and pencil, because you're engaging all the senses. So this is my advice. You have to write, you have to read, you have to speak loudly, you have to listen. So especially before the exams.
Yeah, and for an average student, I usually recommend that, like with your job and family and other different priorities in life, 2 to 2.5 months is more than enough to cover those 100 to 120 hours commitment, which usually we suggest to our mentees. And I think with that, it should be good for like a usual normal average student. At times people do that like really early, in like just 2 to 3 weeks. So for instance, Ahmad Rumi, like he completed his whole credential in just 3 weeks time, including application. But like that kind of people are usually very rare. But like on average, like 1.5 to 2 months, or maximum 2.5 months, I don't see a reason to exceed that time period if you are actively preparing. Okay, so moving to the next question, Tamir. Um, for the exam experience, like when you were in the exam room, you were writing the exam, what were your experience? Like, how did you find the exam? How did you manage your time? How did you manage the pressure, like the exam pressure? Any advices that you would like to share with respect to exam attempting? I'm not asking for any specific question of the exam, maybe generalized topics that you have seen coming often in the exam question that can be shared, but like in a very generic manner, so that we are
Okay.
being ethical with respect to the code of conduct.
Okay, so let me just there is one, because there was a misconnection during the slowness. Okay, so to answer the question regarding the journeys, so when I started from the end of August, so the first time I was scheduling my exam, maybe it was on October, remember? But since then there is something like circumstances happened to me with the family, so I postponed it to November, and even I needed to be on Saturday itself. So the nearest it was in this thing. So let me say my experience the day before the exams and everything. I guess maybe you send me a voice note about Tamer. Whatever we have done, we have done. You told me that you prepare very well. You were studying. You were and don't listen to your bad thought or the bad or any negative thought. Go and spend some time with your family. Go and have fun, whatever, and do some activities. And I did the same things. But what is happening? And you see, because you have for sure that you have in your subconscious mind, you have some feelings. So what I did, I just review some questions, review some process, and I listened to your voice note, and I did the same things what you recommend me. Let me say what did I did. What did I did? I reached to the exam centers. It was on Saturday. I reached to the exam center on time, and there is a check-in process, and they will do like a checking and everything, and then they will start the exam. My recommendation, because you will be a bit anxious, you will be a little. Don't start the exam directly. And you have 15 minutes. Just stand, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, 1 or 2, 3. Visualize the congratulation, what is coming. Believe me, this will leverage your confidence. You have 15 minutes, so take your time in this, even if you consume the 15 minutes. And then the moment you start the exam questions, it will be easier for you. My advice, because the way of the exam question is a bit tricky, and it's a psychometric, we can consider that is a psychometric exam. So whatever you reach to any question that you are unable to answer it, don't leave it blank. Use eeny, meeny, miny, more. That's my my son, he's teaching me. What you call eeny, meeny, miny, more. So just do it.
Just a random guess, a blind guess. Yeah, but don't skip it. Yeah.
Random guess. In any question, BMI in any question, there is a four exam question. For sure, that will be 2 answer is not related to the question, and 2 they will be similar. So choose the best answer. Don't leave any exam question. Just make a random, mark it, and go with the next. Don't leave it blank. When I reach to the question maybe 60 or 70, I take a break. I recommend you to take a break at least for 5 minutes. Do some work, fresh up. Go to. You are not allowed to take drink water, take snacks with you, because your brain will consume a lot of sugar. So in this time, you have to take like a snack with you or anything to have it, like bananas or anything. Get back, answer the 60 questions, then take a break. So you have another questions. You will have to see the timing, because in my case, I finished the whole exam question and it was almost maybe 40 minutes left. So I take 10-minute break, I reach back, and then I start reviewing the exam question, which I already marked. I reached to question 150. Okay, so there was almost maybe left 5 to 6 questions, and out of when we are from 150 to 170. So I reached to the point that because I'm already exhausted, I'm afraid that to change my right answer to wrong answer, I end an exam. You'll have a feeling that, okay, I'm going to fail. Khalas, I'm going to have another exam. This is the normal. It will happen for everybody, even even if you are confident that okay, I'll fail. Then you click that end exam, and then you will see the congratulations. And alhamdulillah, it was overall it was above target, yani. So alhamdulillah that this is my whole experience. And then after you finish, go and enjoy your life.
Thank you very much, Tamer. You have explained it so well. I could not have explained it better than you. Thank you for that, sharing your experience. I hope that has been helpful for the candidates who are looking forward to their exam in the near future. Okay, so very important question is coming next. The application process. I hope, if not all, then most of the audience, they are aware of the application process, which is not as easy as the PMP or ACP or RMP certification, which usually people do before going for these high level certifications. So the application is very tough. So I say it this way: application for PgMP and PfMP both is around 50% of the credential itself. If you pass that, then your confidence automatically boost up a lot to write the exam as early as possible or without stretching it unnecessarily. So how has been the application process for you? I mean, the time it has taken for the first approval, for the panel approval, overall, the creation, the responses by PMI. I mean, what do you want to tell based on your experience?
Let's see. The moment we start, let's say the difference between the application with the PMP, with the other certificate, with another the elite certificate, which is the PgMP and the PfMP. See, PMP in the other certificate, like a PMP and other, you have only one page. So you have to criteria everything, and then you submit it. There is a people, they will review it, and then they will approve it. In PMP or the PfMP, and I consider the PfMP is much difficult than the PgMP because it's a tricky, and you have to add multiple, you have to add multiple, maybe qualitative and quantitative multi-criteria calculations. So this is, you need a mentor in this thing. You need somebody to advise you about how to type or how to write the applications, and it's very difficult because also how they are organized, the application to be, and it will have to reflect your experience as a portfolio, not as a generic. Because the moment you submit it, there will be like initial review, and then the moment you finish the initial review, there will be like a panel review. The panel the data, in case if they are unable to see that you are capable, they will reject and they will issue the refund for you. Let's see, in my experience in the PfMP, I guess maybe the moment we sit together and we discuss about how I fill the application and everything, and for sure that from your as a mentor that you advise me very well, and how we fill the application. The moment I submit it, it's taking only 1 week to have the initial round or the first approval. Then we submit the payment, and then we it take almost 2 weeks. And alhamdulillah, they did not come back, because they find that the credibility, they find that whatever that any point it was related to the application, it has been reflected, whether it is in governance, performance, or performance metric, or communication, or any risk, because they need the application to reflect the 5 knowledge area on the PfMP standards. So, and then I receive after 2 weeks the approval to schedule for the exam.
So three weeks collectively has been
almost 3 weeks. Yes, almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And in some of the cases, actually in most of the cases, the application has been done like way earlier than this. Like I have been be to those students as well whose application was approved in just a day's time, like 1 day for panel and 1 day for first approval. I have been to those students as well who have not taken more than a week's time for the both approval. So that depends on who your application has been submitted to in the panel or in the first approval. But on average, it's not more than a week, more than a month's time for both of the approval maximum. Although as per the process, it could have been 2.5 months for both the approval, but as per my experience, the maximum time that an application which has been written by myself has taken is 1 month. So you can think about that accordingly.
And also, Tooba,
yeah,
and also Tooba, it depends because as you mentioned that the PfMP application, the volunteer people, I assume that in case if there is maybe next month, if somebody submits his application, it will take more time because we are in the what you call that Christmas seasons and other holiday seasons. So for sure that the number of volunteers, they will not be like in the other holiday seasons. So
I agree.
this is the people who's the audience has to consider this. So the moment you submit the application and review it before the holiday seasons, the more you will get the approval faster.
Yeah, so in this regard, the last 10 days, or you can say that 24th, from 23rd or 24th December till I think 2nd or 3rd January, PMI people are not available for any kind of activity or so. They may volunteer, but they are not obliged to. So in case you are going to submit in that period, the approval is going to take some time, right? And they formally announce that as well on the PMI accounts. Okay, moving forward with the next question. So this is a very commonly asked question, especially from someone who is like just coming maybe by seeing my brochure, or maybe by seeing my post or some groups or somewhere, and they are not coming from any word of mouth or any reference. So they are very much, uh, they are very much doubtful with respect to my provided material, which is very much understandable, because people have trust issues, especially to someone who is new to them. So they ask me that your material is going to be enough, it's fulfilling, it's like it's going to get me like 100% exam ready. Do I need to go here or there, or arranging some other thing from my side? So what would you like to say? Like, the material that I have provided to you, was that enough? Did you go to any other thing for preparation? And in the same context, I would also like to ask that out of the different mocks and practices that I have provided, which mock or practice did you find most helpful? I'm not saying that the same exam questions are going to appear, which is going to be very much unethical as well, but like the knowledge and the findings from that mock has been helpful in the exam to understand the scenario. So people are mostly interested in that, like which mock is more helpful. Is it PgMP, is it Green Book, is it someone else's mock? So what would you like to say in that regard?
Let's start it from the beginning. I remember that the moment my friend has advised me to go with you, because and also he's mashallah, that's mean he's finishing his PfMP journey in 2 weeks. Yeah,
2
that's
to 3
mean
weeks.
this is a
Yeah,
yeah,
2
in
to
2 weeks. That imagine that in 2 weeks he finished all of this. So that's mean this is give me a credibility to go with you for the materials. And another things, I listened to the webinar which you have done it with Phillips, that he was telling about his previous experience with some with the other mentors, and at the moment he shift with you and he passed with the above target in all the knowledge area. So let me go back with things. Let's see. The moment I read your slides, I did not open the standard, because your materials is covered all and everything which is related to the standard. This is first of things. And my recommendation, the moment you finish that in each chapters, you go with the on-time, like on-time training, on-time exam questions, because because this is the first step, because you Tooba fabricate the questions on the first stage for the people to go with the other difficulties. Many people, they said that to go with the if I go to the PgMP 30 or the Green Book in the beginning, I will be a bit confusing. So they are all play together. First of all, you have to start with the on-time on-time questions. Then after that, you have to go with the other, like read the ITTO. I don't know what to be, because I forget what's the name of the mock exams. Then before 2 weeks or 1 month to the exam, go with the PM30. This is because they are a bit difficult, and the level of difficulties, they are the same as exam questions. And I need also them to focus on the math exam, and also in the multi-criteria exam, because remember, Tooba, when I told you Tooba, in the multi-criteria exam, how do I select the lowest value, and how do I select the highest value? What will be the formula? What will be the secret formula to select? How do I know? Then, then you told me, Tamer, it not depends about, you have to understand the question. If the question is fabricated in this way, then you have to select the lowest value. And if the exam is fabricated to other, then you have to select the highest value. This is also to be focused, because it's easy to be tricked on the exam.
So
So, and also,
overall you have prepared with whatever I have provided, and you didn't need to go to any
yes,
other
I
thing.
cover them all.
And Tamir is one of those students who has studied everything 3 to 4 times. I mean, he is one of those rare students, because most of the time students they just are overrunning their prep time, and they are into a lot of things. And of course, he is into a lot of things as well. But he managed his time really well, that he was able to repeat the videos and mocks and everything 3 to 4 times. So yeah,
Repetition,
that is like
see,
very
Tooba,
wonderful.
repetition is the mother of good learning.
Yeah. So very interesting question that we are moving forward to is, and again, that's a debatable question actually, because there is a cost associated, like a monetary cost associated with all these credentials, of course with PfMP as well. So if you are a PMI member, then $800 for the exam, and if you are not a member, then $139 is for the membership plus 800 for the exam. And of course, if you go to a mentor, then depending on who you are going to, but very roughly they are going to charge you minimum $600 to $800, or maybe more. So roughly it's an investment of minimum $1,600, and which is a big amount with respect to certain regions and countries especially. So people clearly ask for the return on investment, the payback, like how that money is going to pay back to them. So everybody has different answer. If you ask me the same question, my answer probably would be like something very intangible. And if you ask like some other person, they probably are looking forward to maybe a new job or promotion or better package or relocation to a different country. Maybe this is something that more than 90% of the people are after. So if I ask you this question, what would you say? That what was your return on investment or payback on the investment for this PfMP certification? How do you see the credentials of the certifications from a professional
When,
perspective?
okay, when see, you have, first of all, you have to seek the knowledge from the cradle to grave, first of all. And the other things that I'm looking for the better version of myself. And another thing that if you see that worldwide, number of the number of the PMP holder, they are less than maybe 4,000 who has. In Kuwait is number 6, maybe 6, and
No,
UAE they
PfMP
are.
are just like 1,500 to 1,600 worldwide. That's it. 1,500 to
Oh,
1,600 worldwide. Yeah, for PfMP, yes. Yeah.
okay.
For
So,
PgMP, it's 4,000 to 5,000. It's a number between 4,000.
okay. So that's mean we are in the good chance. So what will happen,
Yeah.
Tuba? هلا first of all, you have the knowledge, you have everything, and you are thinking strategically.
Hmm.
هلا when the chance coming, or when the chance when the chance, or when any vacant is coming, or maybe for your own business, so you will be on the top of the candidates. So that's why, and you have to engage on the, and this is brotherly advice, you have to engage on a strategic decision. So when the chance come, you can easily grab it. So the company or anything, they will say that, see, this man,
Hmm.
he's eligible to carry out this position because he's well certified, he has the knowledge, he's certified, and he has experience, and he's always knowledgeable and always upgrading
Hmm.
himself. So, but for time beings, we cannot see what the PfMP can do, but in the future, for sure, because most of the company they are expanding, most of the company they are going globalized. So most of the company they need the talent who they are made on the strategy. So I see the pay value or the return value. It will not come now. It will come maybe after. But when it
Hmm.
comes, when it comes, it will be a return value. Let me go back with the BNB. If you remember that in 2008, in the beginning of 2000, from 2000 to 2010, PMP certified, it was not that much people. But the moment in 2010 to 2015, most of the companies, they were acquired and engineers or an IT professions or the project managers who have the PMP certified, not because of the certificate, because they will know that this person, he's what? He has the application, he has the knowledge, he studied very hard to nail the certificate. So who take the fruit first? The people who was certified. Then there's a start people who start studying and take the certificate. You don't need to wait until there is a demand, because when the demand happened, you are already on the.
You should be ready. Actually, you should be ready for that. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
So if somebody asked me the same question, I would say that to me, a certification is not a badge, like most of the people see that. A certification is like it's a certification, it's an authorization of my knowledge, my skill set in that subject matter. It makes me prominent, it makes me stand out in the crowd. My the weightage to my comment to certain discussions in a group, in an organizational meeting, in a consultancy session, is automatically going to be like way higher with respect to a person who does not have all these credentials, right? So I do not see the credentials as a mean of business only. In fact, I do not see them as a mean of business at all. I see them as a mean of improving myself with respect to the person or the professional I used to be earlier than that. I should be a better person or professional after doing that. With respect to everything, with respect to the management of my time, with respect to the handling of my customers and students, with respect to handling different people around me, in my personal life, in my professional life, in my client dealings, I should be a better person. I should have that vision. With respect to that, I would be in a position to handle all of that. So it comes with time. And the monetary benefits, they are like the smallest of the benefit I would see as a return, because that just follows you. If you have that credibility in the market, in the organization, among people, then the monetary benefits, like, it's a very petty thing to achieve. It's very easy to achieve, actually. And I'm pretty sure that Tamer would agree with me on this. Like the roles, the partnerships, more business, better job, better package. I mean, that's obvious. It's going to come your way if you have that reputation or that credibility in the market. And these credentials actually is a it's not the only way, but it's a huge way of establishing that reputation in your profile. If you are only with the condition that you are doing them the right way, you are not doing them with respect to passing the exam only, getting the badge, showing the badge to people that, see, I have this, and when they start talking to you about that subject matter and you have nothing productive to add in that conversation. I'm not talking about that kind of achievement. I'm talking about the achievement that Tamer has achieved, or other people who usually join me, they achieve that. So if you do that with quality, if you do that with commitment, with the right mindset, only then you will have that worth in the market with these credentials. Okay,
This is
so thank
also
you.
this is also true about that in any credentials. If you're not practice it, if you're not, if you will gonna be forgot it. So imagine that the doctors, he has a certificate in medical that, but he's not practicing. What will happen? He will lose his credibility and he will start forget. So the reason you have to.
Yeah, exactly. It happens with any profession. If you are not practicing, it's like just a piece of paper. It's just a badge or a certificate or a piece of paper. It will start losing its worth. Same is the case with these PMI or no PMI, like, and it can be any other body as well. But a credential is only worthy if you have the right platform or infrastructure or logistics to apply that as much as possible in your roles, in your business, in your positions as well. Only then you will get that right amount of credibility in the professional circle. Okay, so thank you very much, Tamer, for sharing your thought process and your journey and different interesting insights with respect to the PfMP journey. So the last thing is like your message, your advice to the PfMP aspirants, or maybe to the PfMP candidates who are looking forward to their exam in the coming month or so. So what would you want to advise to them? Any general piece of advice?
Okay, so my general advice that in case if you are preparing for the PfMP exam, the plan it will be what I did. Make like an Excel sheet, put in every day, maybe 15 or 20 days before the exam. Make it in the whole in the column that's mean the date and what subjects, what the mark you have to do it, what everything, and this is you'll be a live plan to do it. Another thing, Tooba documents, it's covering everything. Don't be don't be victims of any dumped exams who's on the internet. See, internet have a lot of dumped exams, so they can confirm that you pass the exam and everything. Don't be a victim for it and don't lose your money, because PMI has a staff who can buy the item from the internet, and the moment they find any leakage of any question, immediately they will abolish the exam questions. So my advice: prepare well, study hard. Mock exam what to pass it have is more than enough to pass the exam. And math questions, you have to be prepared very well. And in case of anybody who want to talk with me through LinkedIn or whatever, I am ready to answer the questions. So you're always welcome to follow. At the end, Tuba, we are in the community, in the PMI community, so we have to be helpful for everybody. And this is my end of the word. Yes.
Thank you so much, Tamer. You have explained everything so well, so well. I myself enjoyed this conversation a lot, and I'm sure that participants must have enjoyed that as well. In case anybody wants to add Tamer on LinkedIn, because he's very active on LinkedIn as well. So you guys can add him. You guys can be in contact with him. And in case you want to be in contact with me over LinkedIn, and you still don't have my LinkedIn channel, then I can share with you my LinkedIn as well, because I am very prompt on my LinkedIn profile. So you can reach out to me over there as well, or to my company LinkedIn page as well. So I think we did not get like any questions from anyone. I guess that people are pretty much satisfied with the conversation. But if anyone has got any question, you can drop that on the comment section, or maybe you can just unmute yourself and you can like just ask that directly to Tamer or to myself, if anybody has got any question. And if no, then we are ready to wind up. Anybody has got any question for Tamer or for myself regarding PfMP or anything which is bothering you in this journey?
Yes, Tuba, I have one question.
Yeah, sure.
During the mock exam preparation, you know, so
Hmm.
when you're doing mock exams, like a real exam kind of thing, so
Hmm.
I mean, what should be the percentage that gives you confidence that you're ready for the exam? How many mocks we have to do, and what should be the success criteria basically in the mock that tells you that you're ready for the exam?
Should I
Tamer, you want
answer
to take
or?
that? Yeah, you take that. Yeah.
Okay, so Faisal, salam alaikum. See, so what you can say that
Walaikum salam.
see what you can say that see my personal experience the moment when I start the mock exams. Okay, in the beginning, for sure that maybe 50% they are wrong answer. But this
Okay.
is will give you the eligibility to think of the question on the different angles. So don't be worried, and I don't want you to put yourself down. That in case if you're see, the more you practice, and also the questions which you answer it in wrong manners. Okay, what will happen? You can see it on the different you can see it in the different angles. To be eligible for the exam, يعني 80% and above. يعني suppose that the
Finally,
100
80% or
question.
above, but starting with that, like maybe in the first attempt of the mock, maybe if you are somewhere between 60 to 65%, that's a good score in the first attempt. But eventually, when you are practicing like second or third time, then at least you should be securing 80 to 85 or maybe more, because you know in the first attempt people cannot reach directly to 80 to 85 to, for instance, in PgMP mock or maybe in Green Book. These are hard exams. So usually,
No, I said from the second chance, from the second time, from the second see before the exam, maybe 1 week of the exam, in case if you are already prepared and
oh yes,
everything.
yes, yes,
If
yes,
you
yes.
reach 80%, maybe 1 week before the exam, then you are ready.
Yeah, thank you. This is what I wanted to ask. Just before the exam, what should be the percentage? So I think
80%
that
and
should be
above.
80%.
80 to 85.
80% above.
80% and above,
Perfect.
yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Less
And you
than
asked about
80%.
yeah, you asked
Mm,
about the number of mocks as well. So we usually provide 8 full-length mocks to all the students, and usually that is more than enough to pass the exam. So I just shared with Tamir that today, like just in the middle of the webinar, I got a congratulation message from one of my students who sit in the PfMP exam today, and he passed his exam with all above target, mashallah, and he just utilized my material, but he utilized that in the right context, like by questioning a lot of concepts and by challenging me with a lot of things in the questions, by asking me that why this is and why this is not. So you need to be like, you know, putting yourself in that shoe of PMI, that how they think or how they connect different concepts together, how governance is connected to performance, how governance and performance in turn is connected to risk management. So so PMI doesn't ask you simple questions. They are going to put you like in a very practical portfolio management scenarios, which actually combines at times like all the 5 domains, or maybe most of the time it's 2 to 3 domains which are being tested in a particular scenario in the exam. So you need to be like putting yourself in that shoe, that what do we do in optimized portfolio, when is the right time to go for authorized portfolio, when is the right time for oversight, how the managed portfolio value process is related to optimized portfolio. I mean, like this is the kind of thought process that is needed while you are practicing the question. So it's not only about the right or the wrong answer, and you become happy that my 80% questions are right. This is not the kind of expectations we have. We need to have that expectation that with this 80 to 85%, you actually have been able to uh, fulfill the PMI expectation for the exam as well. You have started thinking that way that PMI wants you to. I hope Tamir is going to agree with me on this.
Yes. See, because what I said, that you have to understand, see, type of, let's see, comparing Tooba with PgMP exam with the PfMP exam. PfMP exam is mainly on the strategics, so it's not on the daily operation. It's not on the project management perspective, because as you mentioned that portfolio is related to the related mainly on how to achieve the objective, how to achieve the strategic alignment. So you have to put yourself to consider yourself. You are as a one of the board of directors. So what will be best for your company? This is what you, when you are answering the question, this is how you will look, it will look like. And the questions, it will be like mainly straightforward. Some of them, they will be like straightforward. Some of them, they will be like a bit tricky.
Thank you, Tamir, for your detailed explanation. Anybody has got us any other question, or maybe you can put that in the chat box, or you can just unmute yourself or share your thought process. Any question by anyone? Because we are almost on time as well. If we have not got any further questions, if anybody is interested in the PfMP certification and you are looking forward to come to us for help, you have my channels. I have already shared that in the comment area. Feel free to reach out. If we are in a position to help you out, we definitely are going to do that. You can have a chat with me on my WhatsApp or on my LinkedIn page, and we will try to work out something for you. Thank you very much for joining the session. Thank you very much, Tamir, for taking out time to
Thank you so much.
do this a very useful and insightful conversation with us. I really appreciate your time, and I really personally, I really enjoyed the conversation with you.
Same here. And by the way, for the whole audience, sometimes I contact Tooba with something. Yeah, even almost I have been finishing the PfMP maybe in almost in 2 weeks, but sometimes I reach her with something not related to the PfMP, something related to the project management and everything. And she was always helpful and always answering my question. Thank you. Jazakallah khair, Tooba.
I'm really glad that you mentioned this, and thank you. No, this is a part of paying back to the community. Being the PMI follower, this is my duty. So not everything comes with, like, you know, a monetary compensation. So at times you just do things for the sake of helping people, for the sake of supporting them, for the sake of motivating them to come to this area. So yeah, this comes as a responsibility. So I do that in that regard. I'm really grateful that you appreciate that. So thank you guys for joining the session. I will meet you very soon, inshallah, with any other new success story and with the new insights and the knowledge sharing. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.
Allah, Jazakallah khair, Tooba. Jazakallah
Thank
khair.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.